Hey guys, this is Scholar Comment 65, and today I will be reviewing this week's episode of The Flash, which was titled Harry and the Harrisons. Now, I had to say, this episode was an okay episode. I didn't really feel that much for this episode. I enjoyed it, but it was a decent episode, and I don't really expect as much from Flash because I know you can expect in the Flash. For some people, some episodes are good, some episodes are bad. To me, almost every single episode is good. Well, except for that one episode. But this episode was a decent episode, and I'll give you why. It starts off where Barry and the others are having difficulty trying to track DeVoe, and warning, DeVoe is not in this episode at all, due to the aftermath of the other episode. And Barry and the others are trying to find a way to find him. So they recruit an ally, Amunet Black. I don't know why they want to recruit her, because she tried to sell Barry, kidnap Caitlin, and ruin Zyra's bachelor party, which is really not important. That was some filler right there. But yeah, and so I don't know why. He could have recruited a Green Arrow, could have recruited one of the retired legends, I don't know, like Jax, or at least call in from Earth X, the Ray, or Citizen Code, or maybe Supergirl or one of Supergirl's buddies saying, "Hey, can I go ball Superman?" Say, "Sure, not." But no, gotta call in Amunet Black. The Flash always relies on joining forces with a villain, like in season 1 with Captain Cold, again with Captain Cold in season 3, and Flash always has that type of formula, always tries to join forces with a villain. Arrow does not do that, but not talking about Arrow, we're talking about Flash. And so basically that's how these two shows differ. And yeah, and I know Flash likes to repeat some formulas, but this, come on, it was too expected. But we haven't seen Amunet Black in a long time, and I think that's what the writers wanted us to know. What has she been doing? And this is kind of like a little arc for Amunet, because what happened to her? Why hasn't she been attacking? It looks like DeVoe's plan impacted Amunet. It looks like how DeVoe killed all those metahumans in a heartbeat with no remorse, no mercy whatsoever. Amunet was saying, "Whoa, the professor is mad," and she even stated this in this episode. And so Caitlin has a fond connection with Amunet, and so that's what they use. And so when they track her down, her ally or her old henchman Novak doesn't seem too good with Amunet anymore. It looks like they parted ways, something like that. And he's actually taken over her business, which is something that she is very pissed about. And so Barry and Caitlin propose a deal with Amunet. Amunet helps them stop DeVoe, whatever he's doing, while Barbarian Barry and Caitlin will help Amunet secure her medal in order to use her powers. But Caitlin has her own agenda. This is what this episode offers. It also offers more Caitlin's arc on dealing with Killer Frost and how to deal with that. And I really enjoyed it. I just really don't know how they played it. Seriously, at first it's first she hated Killer Frost, and now she likes her. This really jumbles Caitlin's arc a lot, and I really didn't like that. Stick to an arc, stick to a story, and stick to that. They just jumble all around for Caitlin. But I really did like how Caitlin does miss Killer Frost. I really miss her too. I loved Killer Frost. And yeah, this episode also offered a lot of Caitlin and Amunet scenes, because as I said before, they have a fond for each other. Amunet respects Caitlin and Killer Frost, and Caitlin respects Amunet somewhat in a decent manner. And she doesn't respect her decisions, but she respects how she is. And Caitlin also wants Amunet's tech to help her bring Killer Frost back, the Splicer. But then Amunet does some sort of motivational speech where the Splicers in her, it's Killer Frost will always be with Caitlin. So that jumpstarts Caitlin's motivation heartbeat. So that's what I liked. This episode also had a lot of Harry story arcs in Cisco as well. Really enjoyed that episode. Well, that part of the episode where Harry decides to go ask the Council of Wells to help him with his problem. But then the Council of Wells are assholes, and they kick him out. So Harry and Cisco propose to make a new council, the Council of Harrisons, a bunch of reject Wells. And then what I liked about is how Tom Cavanagh is an amazing actor. This guy deserves an Emmy. Like, seriously, I'm surprised he hasn't won an Emmy or a Teen Choice Award or a Saturn Award for his amazing portrayal of many characters. Like, he has portrayed from HR to Eobard Thawne Wells, to Harry Wells, to Wolfgang Wells, to Lothario Wells, to Earth 12 Wells. So many Harrison Wells. 3 more were introduced in this episode. And it shows how much of a dedicated and talented actor Tom Cavanagh is, and how much he can play and stuff. Like, if you kill off one of his Wells, he's so adjustable he can find another Wells. And I'm really hoping Johnny Quick gets introduced and him being a Harrison Wells. That would be so great. I love Tom Cavanagh, and I give really good props and to his character, to his performance in this episode. So yeah, but then the Council of Harrisons tells Harry that to defeat the vote, they have to think to his perspective. I really enjoyed that scene. I really enjoyed how they did that. You gotta look at the villain's perspective, because Team Flash isn't really looking that, in my honest opinion, or any of the Arrowverse shows. They don't really look in the villain's perspective. They just see they gotta stop him or her. They know they're evil, deranged, or they're insane, or they know that it's gonna resolve, but it's gonna lead into bad consequences for the city or the multiverse. But Harry and the Harrisons jump into the Vo's perspective, and I really like the scene where they were all closing their eyes. That scene was really funny. And Harry deduces and finds out the reason why the Vo hasn't been causing any action was because his wife left. And so in the climax of the episode, Amunet finds out that Novak turned against her. They fight Novak, but then Barry tells Amunet not to kill him. Like always, Barry's like the guy who shows mercy, unlike other Arrowverse heroes. And Amunet then gives Barry and Team Flash like a metal thing to help them like defeat the Vo, but they only have one chance. But then she leaves, and Amulet really offers a good insight for Caitlin, and I really enjoyed that. But I really didn't like how Amunet, like, it was so stupid how they recruited her and she didn't really do shit. She didn't really help them, like, at all. She only gave them that metal thing, and like they just wasted an episode for nothing. Well, the Harry subplot was amazing. I enjoyed that. But I didn't like how they just wasted the main plot, recruiting Amunet, but then she was being reluctant, or she was just being selfish in her own way. Like, that was so stupid and idiotic. This episode also offered a Joe and Caitlin scenes. We barely see any Joe Caitlin scenes. I've noticed that, and I really like how the writers are giving us Iris Caitlin scenes, Cisco and Iris scenes. But I really enjoyed that Caitlin and Joe scene. Those scenes were very good. This episode overall was a 7 out of 10. It was a decent, good episode. There was just a couple of things that were wrong about it, with Amunet plot, going for Amunet, and those other things too, and a little bit of filler, but the filler was good. But this episode overall was a 7 out of 10. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video or review. Be sure to subscribe for more content. And what do you think about this episode? Did you enjoy it? Did you like it like myself? Be sure to put in the comment section below. Well, see you next time, guys.